coming up.
You were the highest paid actor on television. You blew it up. What happened?
Got a little dicey there.
From actor to author.
Anything's possible.
Sure.
We're all still in the game.
Charlie Sheen's back.
Well, you've crawled out of some places that a lot of people wouldn't survive.
Thank you.
With stories not even Hollywood could make up.
The cartel cut you off?
They had never seen someone acquiring that kind of weight.
That's next on 60 Minutes.
At the height of his fame, Charlie Sheen was one of Hollywood's truly great actors. But off camera, he became an even more successful bad boy. The one-time highest paid star on TV was a drug, alcohol and sex addict, whose mishaps and meltdowns were as frequent as they were public. But then 8 years ago, something quite miraculous and unexpected happened. Sheen cleaned up his act. And now, instead of trying to hide his deepest, darkest and dirtiest secrets, he's owning up to them. No need to worry though, sobriety certainly hasn't made Charlie boring.
This must be the place.
How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Hi, so nice to
How are
meet
you?
you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Have a seat.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Here we are.
Wonder if that's why they call it ballroom.
It's been years since Charlie Sheen was a regular on our TV screens.
Before I pull your pajama bottoms up so far, you'll be wearing your balls as a bolo tie.
So it's perhaps not surprising he seems a little overwhelmed in front of the cameras.
So what, you got 4 cameras on me? How many cameras did you get? Did you get 4 also? What? But is yours moving at least?
No.
So yours is fixed.
All on you.
So how are they going to use your cut-ins to match my
Magic.
tracking shots?
Yeah, magic.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen, take what?
So there's no escaping. We're going to get every reaction,
Clearly.
every
Wow.
emotion.
I think
No pressure.
You deserve at least 1 more camera. I mean, come on.
I'm good.
You want me to call your
Good.
boss?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I'll be just fine.
It's that cheeky nature that endeared him to millions around the world for decades. But he's not here as Charlie Sheen the actor. Today, he's an author with one hell of a tale to tell. A true story of fame, fortune, debauchery, and ultimately, he hopes, redemption.
Why did you decide to have this conversation, to write the book, to share your deep, dark and dirty secrets with the world?
It's not so much the why, it's more about that I had gotten to a place where I had enough perspective to deliver it in a way that was very personal, was hopefully somewhat entertaining. Were you entertained when you read it?
Absolutely.
Right, good. Okay, check that box. But also to tell those stories in a way that they've never been told.
So telling your own story as opposed to how it was told.
Exactly.
Through the
yeah,
tabloids.
through the pens and through the lenses of others, you know.
Yeah.
Charlie's been tabloid fodder his whole life. Son of Hollywood royalty, Martin Sheen, brother of brat packer, Amelia Adams, he grew up on film sets surrounded by stars and appeared in his first movie with his dad when he was just 9 years old.
Did you feel that acting was your destiny growing up in the Sheen Estevez clan?
I didn't. No, it was a hobby. It was what we watched Dad do growing up. But then I was running out of options. I couldn't. It was an academic failure. It was an athletic failure, and I was watching Amelia with this incredible rise to stardom and success, and all this access to like the coolest things on the planet. And I was like, I want to do some of that, you know.
He wanted Hollywood, and it just so happened Hollywood wanted him. He had the genes, the looks, and the raw talent. A combination that landed him a string of huge roles, starting with teen thriller Red Dawn.
What did you say? I said no! We're not doing it! What are you smiling at, huh?
Then award-winning Platoon, directed by Oliver Stone.
Somebody once wrote, hell is the impossibility of reason. That's what this place feels like, hell.
He had a scene-stealing cameo in cult classic Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Drugs?
Thank you, no, I'm straight.
I meant, are you in here for drugs?
Why are you here?
Drugs.
And starred opposite Michael Douglas and Martin Sheen in Wall Street.
Be proud to have a son like Buddy. He's got a hell of a career in front of him, huh?
By the late 80s, Charlie Sheen was a huge star in his own right.
What did that do to your head and your ego?
I don't really feel like I was a guy that led with ego. I was a guy that put on a facade
Yeah.
that perhaps there was more ego there than there really was, you know? And suddenly the stakes get elevated with each opportunity. You know, there's a thing about am I really ready for this? You know, shouldn't they have like checked me out? Shouldn't they have looked under the hood a little longer, you know, or a little more thoroughly before just trusting me?
Were you ready?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Billy, go in there and cut the son of a bitch in half.
While he kept it together on screen, off camera, Charlie had started drinking heavily and abusing drugs, spiralling into an addiction that would dominate the next 3 decades of his life.
In behind the scenes, you were partying hard.
Yes.
How hard?
Is there like a scale?
Yeah.
What's this? Are we on a 10?
Let's call it 100.
100. Okay. Yeah. No, I would take it where I felt it needed to go and dare others to follow me there. You know. I wanted to really enjoy the success, you know, on my terms, and still try to navigate and manage the responsibilities of the job, you know.
That became harder and harder as the trappings of fame and fortune led him down a dark path.
Charlie Sheen was among the clients of her $1,500 hookers.
I've never hired a woman, but I would just think it's like a blind date, really.
Charlie developed an expensive obsession with prostitutes.
She claims actor Charlie Sheen wanted prostitutes dressed as cheerleaders.
He testified he spent more than $50,000 in 3 years soliciting prostitutes from flights.
Was he a good client, Charlie Sheen?
And his drug and alcohol problems were raging out of control, leading to a near-fatal overdose in 1998.
He was admitted to Los Robles Regional Medical Center at 5:30 in the morning, accompanied by his father.
We are in the stages right now of recovery.
His behaviour saw him shunned by film studios, his reputation in tatters. But any reflection and remorse is tempered by humour.
Is it true that at the height of your addiction...
Sorry, just...
No, go for it. What is that? Do you mind if I ask?
No, it's a breath mint.
Oh.
Breath sauce,
Okay.
breath juice. And I peel off the wrapper because you can't see when it's running out. And if you're in like a moment where you really need better smelling breath and you go to hit this thing and it's empty.
Did you feel like you were in that moment then?
Well, yeah, we've only known each other for like 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're only about 4.5 feet away.
I appreciate it. Very thoughtful.
Yes, indeed.
Charlie's easy charm helped land him a second chance in Hollywood and launched him onto the small screen in the year 2000. First, in the hit sitcom Spin City.
You gave me a chance when no one else would. I wanted to show you didn't make a mistake.
Then, a couple of years later, with the defining role of his career, playing Charlie Harper in 2.5 Men.
Okay, everybody stop!
The show was a runaway success, raking in tens of millions of viewers and earning Sheen more than $2 million an episode. He should have been at the peak of his power, but behind the scenes, his personal life was a mess.
Yeah. If only there was a magical liquid that could erase bad memories.
And once again, his reliance on drugs and booze was taking its toll. By 2011, television executives had had enough and sensationally fired their leading man.
You were the highest paid actor on television. What happened?
It was just, it was an imperfect storm of way too much stuff going on behind the scenes in my personal life, and I had back-to-back failed marriages, and then in the middle of all that, still trying to, be front and center for the children, I went through 2 divorces and had 4 children in an 8-year run on that show.
You regret how it ended?
I regret how it ended, yeah.
Out of a job, Charlie Sheen was out of control. But unbelievably, the worst was yet to come.
Because they're not winning.
After the break, what life was like off the rails.
That's like a train crash coming off a bridge, like hit by a tsunami falling into a volcano, right? Yeah.
It's still hard to watch Charlie Sheen in full meltdown.
I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
Winner.com. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't think so. Winner, winner, Sheen dinner.
In 2011, at the height of his fame, the Hollywood bad boy was drunk and drugged to the eyeballs.
Do you recognise that guy now?
Well, there's a lot of that guy. Which one in particular? You talking about like the that guy, or just that guy?
That guy.
That guy. I recognize it because I have to acknowledge and own it. But I don't relate to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah, I'm Charlie.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I'm so fucking here.
No, you're cool, man.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
What was it like being inside your head? Because, from the outside, I'm sure I'm not the first person to tell you, it was like watching a train crash.
Right.
What was that like for you?
But that's like a train crash coming off a bridge, like hit by a tsunami falling into a volcano, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. On fire.
Let's not just make it like just your run-of-the-mill train crash.
It was a Charlie Sheen train crash.
Yeah. I can't really speak to what it was like inside my head because I was kind of outside my head.
Now 60, clean and sober for 8 years, Charlie is finally ready to tell all in a new memoir, The Book of Sheen. For the first time, in his own words, he reveals the sordid and confronting details of his drug use, at one point so extreme, the Mexican cartel refused to sell him cocaine.
The cartel cut you off?
They did. They had never seen someone acquiring that kind of weight, and so the only other people that they were delivering that kind of weight to were dealers, and they thought I was dealing on the side.
Is it true that you were smoking like 7-gram rocks of crack cocaine?
Well, we never took one out of the pipe and put it on a scale. However, yeah, that was the amount that was cooked to get it into that form. And, I remember at one point, the Jaws moment, we're going to need a bigger pipe. It's kind of funny, no?
It is funny, but it's also deeply, you're lucky to be alive.
I know. I get all that.
I am not going to let a bunch of itchy spots stand between us.
Like his appetite for drugs, his addiction to sex is well documented.
That was incredible.
But just when you thought you'd heard it all, Sheen divulges unexpected new details of that wild time in his life.
So you're in this drug-fueled state and you write about you know, you're having sex with lots of women, and then you say you flip the menu.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, there's a lot of stuff on the other side that I never looked at. And I was like, well, hold on now. And I'm like, well, sure. Why the hell not?
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
it's a deeply personal question, but, you know,
No, it's
you're
fine.
talking about having sex with men.
Sure. Yeah.
Why did you want to share that?
I just wanted to feel what it would be like to just expose that. Not expose that, but share that. And it's fine. But it was also to take the bullets out of some guns that have still been pointed in my direction, you know,
Right.
and just like say, you no longer have any control over me with you know, your extortion demands and stuff like that. Because
So there are people from your past who are still holding that over you.
yeah, and so that was a part. That's not what led the charge. That's more of an off-label benefit to making that decision.
There's relief in unburdening himself of a secret that's hung over him for many years. But the reality is the consequences of that lifestyle were life-changing, as he shared with the world in 2015.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive. It's a hard 3 letters to absorb.
It was a difficult time, made worse by the sexual partners who'd been threatening him.
So you were being blackmailed
Yeah.
by former sexual partners.
Correct. Yeah.
We're talking millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars.
I mean, yeah, it was up there. It was 7-figure stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not saying that completely inspired the stuff about the you know, the man. How do you, the men's sex? How do you say it?
Men's sex?
Men's sex. Man sex.
Sex with men?
And sex. And so, yeah, but I had a hunch that it would come with a similar benefits package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really don't shy away from anything, do you?
Well, I got more days behind me than in front of me, and so if the rest of this thing is going to be authentic, then you know, why not now? Why not now?
Do you see this as is it a fresh start, a second chance? What's next? What is the next chapter?
I think it's a reset.
Reset.
What do you think about that?
I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a factory reset. No, it's just it's an opportunity to actually tackle a couple of areas that I've never. I mean, this is new terrain for me.
As uncomfortable as some parts of his story are to tell, honesty looks good on Charlie Sheen.
You know, untreated crazy over time doesn't get better, it gets worse.
Shut up and leave me alone.
These days, he's content playing himself, a clean-living father and grandfather who's traded all the bad stuff for a second chance in Hollywood and life.
How would you like to be perceived?
How did you perceive me today?
Very honest. Very honest.
Okay.
Funny.
Okay.
You want more compliments?
Just one more. I like things in threes.
No, I think you're quite raw with a lot of, you've had some very, very close calls.
Can I get brave?
You're very brave, Charlie.
Okay, so I'm going to go with honest, funny, and brave. That's how I'd like to be perceived.
Yes.
So I'm putting that out, right?
Well, you've crawled out of some places that a lot of people wouldn't survive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whatever people may have said about you, you have not had a boring life.
No, I have not. No, and didn't write a boring book as a result, right?
Hello, I'm Amelia Adams. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minute segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.